He's got the toys. He's got showmanship. And he's got sex appeal. Ladies and gentlemen, from the great Southwest, here's the guru of gadgets, the dapper and dashing Don Baine, the Gadget Professor. Gadget Professor.
Well, hello, everyone, and Happy New Year. This is Don Baine, the Gadget Professor, coming to you live on New Year's Day from my home studio in Scottsdale, Arizona. I am very excited to be bringing you the episode. I'm working out of home today because it's a holiday and the studio is absolutely closed, so I guess that's a good thing. I have a ton of stuff here. If you could see my desk, actually you can't see my desk because I got so much stuff here. I'm in the process of packing for CES. I am going to be leaving this Monday, and we'll talk a lot about some of the gadgets that I'm bringing, and one new gadget that I'm bringing that I'm hoping will provide me with internet resources. In the past, when you get to Vegas, there's so many thousands, hundreds of thousands of people there that getting an internet signal is a challenge. So we are on episode 188. Thank you so much for tuning in. The Gadget Professor show was heard, let's say, around 171 countries around the world, and I thank you very much for that. It's Thursday. We have a new episode every Thursday, and what you want to do is go to the Gadget Professor's homepage, which is right here. And if you look at the homepage, you haven't been on it for a while, it's kind of changed. And we'll talk about that. One of the reasons it's changed is because we are getting ready, as I mentioned, to go to CES, and I will have live coverage 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, although CES is only from January 6th to the 9th, but I will actually be broadcasting live from my webpage. So let's take a look at that. If you go to the webpage, you'll notice that things have changed. Right now we have the feed. There's nothing on it because CES hasn't started, but CES Live 2015, you'll see that window there, and that's the actual live broadcast window that you will see yours truly on, and Todd Cochran and the rest of the Tech Podcast Network gang on. But we will be broadcasting live, and it will be covered directly on my website. So if you want to tune in and find out what's going on at CES, just go to thegadgetprofessor.com, and you'll see everything that's new. Now, another thing that's kind of interesting that we've added to the page is this software called Scribble Live, and I'll show you that in a minute. It's a very, very, very cool application, and essentially what it does is it allows the blogger or the newsperson the media person who's covering the event to quickly video or take a photograph or an audio file and send that directly to the web page. And we've actually instituted that on the Gadget Professor's page. And if you look right now, that's what my desk looks like. There's my computer screen right here, and this is all the junk, literally, that's crowded around me. And we'll talk a little bit about what all these things are, but I'll show you how Scribble Live works right on this show. And then if you scroll down, there's a post I put yesterday and some other posts that other people have previewed. There's some of the gear that's being sent to create the studio at CES, but if you keep scrolling down, then you'll actually come to the Gadget Professor, and that's episode 187. Obviously, we're on episode 188, which I will post today, so don't get alarmed if you have to scroll down a ways to get to the actual Gadget Professor show this week, but that's why we have these things up there, and they are very cool tools, and will really keep you up to date minute by minute, and it's all live, at least on this top screen, it is all live. So if you're new to the Gadget Professor, you certainly want to subscribe to the show notes. That's always the same way to do that. Just go over to our website. On the right-hand side, you'll see newsletter. Click that. Put your email address in, and every Thursday evening, as soon as an episode is ready, you will get the show notes. And what the show notes is basically a listing of everything that we talked about on that show. All the URLs are hot links, so you don't have to take notes. All the software, all the apps, all the articles, they will be hot linked right there on the show notes, and they are totally free. And I do not email you any garbage emails. Sell your email list. It's totally confidential. I never have and never will. So if you want to subscribe to the show notes, it's 100% free. Just go to that newsletter box on the right-hand side of the webpage. Also, if you want to email me at any time, 24 hours a day, 7 days around the clock, just go to thegadgetprofessor@gmail.com, thegadgetprofessor@gmail.com, and I will try to answer all my emails. And I like the emails, even if they're complaints. If you have suggestions, whatever it may be, drop me a line, and I'll be more than happy to get back to you as soon as possible. You also can follow us on Facebook. I'll be putting a lot of posts up, a lot of pictures, a lot of interesting things when we get to CES. But here's the Gadget Professor's homepage. Facebook page. You can also watch the Gadget Professor episodes there. This is actually some stuff that we had at NAB last year that I put up. But this year I'll be doing a lot more of that because of this functionality that we now have with Scribble Live. So certainly like us on Facebook. We'd love to have you there. And then last but not least, we have our Rebel Mouse page. Our Rebel Mouse page takes all our tweets, and you know that the Gadget Professor tweets about 100 times a day. If you'd like to follow me on Twitter, it would be @Gadget Professor, @Gadget Professor. And basically what happens is every single thing that I tweet about is typically new gadgets. And immediately as I tweet it, it goes on my Rebel Mouse page, and what it does is it creates a pictorial of every gadget and gizmo that's come out within the last 20 minutes, and it actually will relate back to the website and give you more information. So there's some really cool devices on here. I look at this page all the time. That's where I find a lot of the cool gadgets. This one really has me intrigued. The Gadget Professor, the Cryptix USB flash drive holds many secrets. It's kind of neat. It's a flash drive, but you've got to unencrypt the actual code before you can slide the USB flash drive out of this container. Very, very cool. I'll have to check that out. I don't know why, but it appeals to me. So as I mentioned, we are going to CES, and CES is going to run from January 6th through January 9th. And if you're not familiar with what CES is, it's the Consumer Electronics Show. It is the absolute largest, most attended exhibit in the world, barring none. In 2014, CES was a record-breaking year, thanks to the attendees and the exhibitors who worked every day to make the industry what it is. No other event on the planet gives you the exposure that, or the depth of exposure that CES does. So if you're looking at the numbers, there was 160,498 attendees last year. 40,000 were from international places. 6,500 were media, which I was one of that part of that 6,500. 2,600 were financial professionals, and there's 3,673 exhibits, 140 countries, and 20,000 new product announcements. That's a lot. That's a lot. So if you have a device or something that you want to see if there's a market for, you're going to be at CES. So it's quite an honor to be able to cover that event, and it's a lot of fun. So let's start off today's show by a couple apps that I found that I think are important, which is why I'm mentioning them to you today. Otherwise, I would just do it all on CES. But for those folks back east in the Boston area, in the Buffalo, New York area, and I guess in the mid-states who are getting hammered already with cold weather and winter storms, this is an app that you must have. It's called Winter Survival Kit. This is a free app. It's available both for the Android system and for the iOS, and it's called, again, Winter Survival Kit. The Winter Survival Kit app can be as critical as a physical winter survival kit if you're stuck yourself or stranded in a severe weather winter conditions. This app will help you find your current location, call 911, notify your friends and family, and calculate how long you could run your engine to keep warm and stay safe from carbon monoxide poisoning. So this does quite a bit, and it will put out a note that I'm stranded. All you have to do is set this up, and it's in there forever. And it also gives you a tip about being safe. So you definitely want to download this. Here's a more robust definition of all the things that it plants. But the Winter Survival Kit will alert you every 3 minutes to remind you to periodically turn off your engine and to check your exhaust pipe for any snow buildup. These alerts are critical in helping you avoid deadly carbon monoxide poisoning. The kit also provides NDSU extension service information on how to put together a physical winter survival kit and prepare your vehicle for winter driving. So please check this app out. Hopefully it will help you, and hopefully you never get in a situation where you need this app, but definitely download that. Now, have you ever had a situation when where you want to check out someone, you want to check their credit? Maybe it's a tenant, maybe you're doing a business transaction, maybe it's a prospective boyfriend or girlfriend. Well, here is a list of the consumer reporting agencies along with the websites and phone numbers that you would use to call. There's a national credit reporting company, check screening and check history, payday lending, auto and property insurance history reports, supplementary alternative credit reports, utilities, gaming, rental, medical, employment history records. These papers, these PDF files, are put out by the consumerfinance.gov website. They are totally free, and again, they give you the website, the address, and the phone numbers to call these organizations and get the help that you need. And there's quite a few of them, so this is something that you'll definitely want to earmark on the show notes and keep handy as a reference, because this could save you a lot of aggravation just by making a call or checking out the website. And again, what I like about it is all the numbers are here, the phone numbers, the web addresses, and the actual address of the organizations are here. So check that out. Woodbury, Mass. I don't know where Woodbury, Mass is, and I used to live in Massachusetts. I'll have to find that out. Anyway, rolling right along here. Here's a neat piece of software. I know over the holidays everybody takes a lot of photographs, and this is a free multi-viewer browser and converter. It's called XNView, and it's really simple to use, and what's nice about it is it supports over 500 image formats. So it does a lot of things. It will give you thumbnail views, full view screen, film strip views, slideshow with special effects, image comparisons. It will resize, it will rotate, it will adjust the brightness, the contrast, the auto levels, the auto contrast. It will modify your colors and your palette, and it will apply filters and effects. In addition to that, if that's not enough, and this is free, it will create slideshows, it will create web pages, it will create contact sheets, video thumbnails, file listings, and strips of images. It will also support metadata tags. So check this out. I believe there is a charge for it, 26 lira. I don't know what that is in American dollars, but it's pretty cheap, and it's definitely worth it. Once you, I think there's a free trial. Once you get a taste of this, you're definitely going to like it. So let's move on to a product that's called Scribble Live, and I am very impressed with this. And what this essentially is, it's a live platform blogger on steroids. You can use the Scribble Live platform to plan, create, distribute, and optimize your campaigns, your media campaigns with these, with connections to social networks and platforms, websites. It's on steroids, believe me. The pricing of it is extremely reasonable. It's $499 a month. Now, again, if you don't need this, it's totally useless, of course, but there are various degrees of Scribble Live that you can actually use. But in terms of functionality, this is pretty cool. What it does is it essentially will allow you to take your smartphone, your laptop, your tablet, whatever you have, and be a walking website. And the way it works is it gives you this window, and right now I have CES 2015 up. And this is all the stuff that's on my desk in front of me. We'll talk about that in a minute. And all I do is take a picture or a video with my smartphone, with my camera, with my tablet, whatever it may be, and I can instantly post to my website. So let's take a look and see how this is done. I'm going to go into Scribble Live, and I'm going to actually choose to upload a file. I've just taken a photograph of the screenshot, if you will, and I'm just going to put the Gadget Professor TGP Live, Live, and I'm going to that will be my caption. And right now it's uploading that photograph that was a screen capture. And there it is. So if you were to go back to my website, okay, and I don't even have to refresh it. There it is. there's my little readout for my broadcast that I'm doing right now, and there's the picture. So you can see how quick and how versatile this actually is. What it means is that I can be on the showroom floor doing an interview with someone, and I could be using a gadget like this. This is called the Zoom Q2 HD, and essentially what this device is it's a microphone and a high-powered microphone and a sound recorder all at once. So there's the back of it. You can see the video there. You can perhaps see me. But this will record the audio and the video, and then when I'm done with this, I just stop it. And what I can do with this device is very quickly, if I so desire, I can hook this up via a USB plug to my laptop and broadcast this right up to Scribble Live. Or if I want, these devices come with a SIM card, an SD card rather, so I can take that SD card out, put that in my laptop, and in seconds literally be on the internet with an update of what's going on at CES. Of course, the other thing that you never want to forget is I can do that all live from my iPhone. My iPhone will actually give me as good a quality, both audio and video, as this device will do. So essentially, what I would do is I could interview someone or take a picture of a booth or whatever, video, photo, whatever I want, and then save it on here as an MP4 file or a photograph, JPEG, whatever it may be, and log on to Scribble Live and instantly just touch it here and use the internet capability of the phone, and right up it goes onto the website or onto Facebook or whatever you want. So these types of tools, again, are not for the common user, but when you have a consortium like the Tech Podcast Network or Geek News Central that you belong to, these things become then affordable and actually necessary to keep all our clients and our fans in touch. So it's a very cool device. Or software, I should say. Now, here is the gadget of the day, and I have big hopes for this. This is actually put out by Verizon, and this device is called the Jetpack MiFi. And this is what the device looks like. Obviously, it's quite small. And what this is it's a portable Wi-Fi connection. And this will allow you to enable any device that you have, tablets, laptops, smartphones, whatever you want to connect to the internet. And the Verizon Jetpack, this is called the MiFi 6620L, provides a link, and even when you're outside the country, this will work. And what it will essentially allow you to do is to become a hotspot, and I can have up to 15 devices connect to this one device, and it will give me 3G or 4G LTE, and along with the 3G networks, and it will stay powered with ample battery life, and it even has a charger built into the side here that I can recharge my phone or my tablet if I want, so it doubles as a recharger. But that's a secondary issue. I have rechargers. So the way this works is quite simple. There's a button here in the back, and you just click it, and that will turn the screen on. And then what you have the ability to do is it comes pre-programmed with the name of the Wi-Fi, which is called Jetpack. And if you were to look on your device, you would actually see Jetpack, and you would see the MiFi 6620L as the available Wi-Fi network. So you're going to now log on to this network and not your Verizon network or the hotel network or whatever else you want. So this is actually booting up, and the screens are very simple to use. Now, if I were to go on my iPhone or my tablet or any device that you can hook up to Wi-Fi, this will actually appear as a network. Now, obviously, you need a password, and this comes pre-coded with a password, which I don't want to use. I do have the ability to go into this device, put any password that I want, and also call the network whatever I want. I can call it TGP for the Gadget Professor Network, or whatever I want to call the name of the network, and my own password, because it's very hard to remember the password that they give you, but they got to start somewhere. So essentially, when this is on, it will tell you that it's connected to the 4G or 3G network, and I don't think you can see that on this camera that I'm using, but right now I know that I am clearly I am connected to the 4G network. It shows how many bars I have, which is 5. It shows me that I have full power. Now, incidentally, this does come with its own power charger, which you just basically plug in the wall and plug the other end of the power pack into this device, and it will charge, and it lasts quite a long time. Now I have the ability to go in and actually check my data usage. So this does take off or suck away from the data that you have with whatever plan. So I'm just making this up. Let's just say you have 10 gigabytes and you and your wife are sharing this, and every month you use 8 gigabytes. Well, you have 2 left over. That's easy to understand, and you lose those 2 if you don't use them that month. Next month you'll get 10 again. What this does is it actually takes part of that 10 and it divides it 3 ways. So if I don't use this device, I'm not taking anything from it. If I'm going to be using this, this is going to take from that 10, so you got to keep an eye on it. So that's just the way it works. So right now I am at 3.7 gigabytes of use. There's a little line there, a little chart that tells me that. So I know when I go to CES next week, let's call it 3.7, we'll call it 4. So I have 6 gigabytes, I'm sorry, not megabytes, 6 gigabytes of bandwidth left for that week. And I can watch and I can have warnings on my phone that say, hey, you're getting close. If I go over, it's only $10 more, so I'm not going to worry about that, because the internet alone at the hotel, which is horrible internet, it barely works, there's no bandwidth, that costs $15 a day. So this will be $10 for 10 gigabytes for the month. So that's a good thing. And the fact that I can have 15 devices or 15 other people all hook up to this is a wonderful thing. Now you're saying, why can't I get good internet? Well, what you got to understand is that there's probably 100,000 plus people in that 1, 2, 3 mile area on the Strip in Vegas. So what's going to happen is everybody's going to be logging on to their 4G, their 3G network, the hotel network, and even though it works, everybody's sucking down the bandwidth. So literally getting a connection, even to make a phone call, is quite challenging during CES. So I am hoping that this device will at least allow me to get an internet connection and use Scribble Live and do my updates and post them to the website. So it's a very handy device. Now, in terms of price, yeah, you got to buy it. It's $200 is the full price, but no one pays that. Right now, it happens to be on sale for $49 with a 2-year contract. So essentially what I end up doing is I buy this device for $49 and I now own it. And they now charge me $10 a month to keep this device energized. This actually has its own phone number on it, so it's like its own cell phone, if you will. But if you travel a lot or are in places where you need a Wi-Fi connection, this is definitely a cheap way to do that without question. I also can use it for my tablet, which does not have Wi-Fi built into it. It has Wi-Fi, but it's not enabled. So if I am in the airport or anywhere I am and I want to tether, if you will, this is the device that I would use to do it. So it's very handy. It also acts as a charger. I like that. And I think if you're in the market for a device that will pretty much guarantee you internet, this will be it. I will let you know after I get back from CES how it works. Now, a quick review and I'll end the show. What kind of stuff am I bringing? So we'll go back to this this picture that I have here, and this is literally what's in front of my desk. I talked to you a little bit about this Zoom Q2 HD. This used to be a great machine, and it's pretty old at this point, about 5 years old. But I hate to tell you this, but the iPhone actually does a better job now than this device. But I still bring this because it's convenient, and I can do a one-on-one interview very quickly, and I can move the sound and the video very fast from the SD card. So it's still useful, it's still convenient, and I definitely bring it along. I also bring one of these devices along, and you're wondering what is it? Well, there's 2 parts. There could be 2 parts. This is a little lock device that goes into any laptop, and there's a hole through it. And basically what this does is you pull this strap out, and this will go through here, and basically you're going to put it back into this locking device. like so, and that secures whatever it is, or you can just wrap this wire around the device. And if people go to move this, once this is on, you'd have to cut the wire, which is possible. But if you start moving this thing abruptly, I don't have it on alarm, but the alarm is pretty loud, and it will scare people away, or at least let someone notice that someone's trying to, grab your device. So I always bring one or two of these. So far, they've been helpful. They act more as a deterrent. Yes, if you have a wire cutter, you can cut the wire and be on your way. But I definitely bring 2 or 3 of those. I also bring my Sony RX100 camera. I love this thing. It's portable. It takes phenomenal photographs. It takes phenomenal video. And once again, I can use this to do a quick video, a quick interview, a quick snapshot. And because I can take the SD card out of this, I can really fast put this in my laptop and connect to the internet and push things where they need to go. Another must I'm going to bring this year is my LG headset. I love this thing. I reviewed it last week or 2 weeks ago. This is just so comfortable you don't know you have it on. The sound quality is great when you put the earbuds in here. It just lays on your neck. If the phone rings and it's real noisy at CES, it vibrates on the back of my neck, so I know I'm getting a call. If I have the earbuds in, even no matter how noisy it is, I still can hear the caller very clearly, and I'm able to speak with no microphone in my face. So these are a definite must. They're going to CES with me. I also bring a couple hard drives. These are 3.0 USB because they're fast. This is a 1 gigabyte and 1 terabyte, and this is a 2 terabyte. This drive is actually a portable Seagate wireless drive, which means I can connect movies or videos right into my iPad through a Bluetooth wireless network and see what I've recorded or review any videos that I have. So I can also watch a movie with this device. So this is very handy, and I always bring that with me. I bring a charger with me. I bring this one called MyCharge. Why do I bring this charger when I have tons of them? Well, one, form factor. It's easy to put in my pocket. 2, it's real easy to charge. The charger is built right in this. I just plug this in the wall, and that's real handy. There's no external power pack like this that I'd have to bring. This has it built right in, which is very handy. I don't like bringing more wires than I need. What I also love about this, and probably the nicest feature, is built into this, there are 2 cables that are actually built right in. 1, 2. These pull out, and what they are is they'll allow me to charge my iPhone 6 or any type of a Android pin connector. So I have 2 of these built right into it. I don't have to bring extra USB cords, and I love that. So this is a definite must to bring. Also, in terms of power pack, I don't think you could even get these anymore, but I've had these for probably 6 years. This is called the Power Source Mobile 100. I love these things. The reason I love them is you juice them up and they last for many hours. It is heavy, but it also gives me AC, 110 volts AC, plus it gives me 2 connectors, USB connectors to charge up 2 other devices. So this is very handy, particularly for charging up camera batteries and things like that. So that's other stuff that I bring. I always pop one of these stick chargers in my pocket because you never know when you're going to run out of power or where your other power packs are going to be. So I always take one of these. They don't last very long, but if I have to make that important phone call at the end of the day, I still have this charger in my pocket, and that works well. Last device, I can be here all day showing you this stuff, but the last device that I'm going to bring, and I haven't spoken about this too much, is the Breno time-lapse photography camera. This is a very cool device, and as a matter of fact, I think on Tuesday at 2:45, I am actually going to be interviewing the president of Breno, and he will bring some of the newer models and newer technologies that Breno has. But what I do with this camera is I actually set this up in the morning, Monday morning when we arrive at CES. I set this up and I just click it on and I leave it, and I don't touch it for 4 days. And at the end of the 4 days, I actually get a time-lapsed video of us setting up the booth, doing all the interviews, and it's very cool, and it's always been a lot of fun and very interesting. So we'll bring this and set this up this year. So that covers most of the things that are in this picture, and I'm very excited to go to CES. Haven't been there in a year because it hasn't been around in a year, and this is actually the first time I'm going to be getting out of the house since my lovely wife Carol has passed, so I'm kind of looking forward to starting the new year off somewhat productive. So I hope that you enjoyed our Gadget Professor show today. I wish everybody a very happy and please a very, very healthy new year. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see everybody in Las Vegas. Thank you for tuning in. So long from the Gadget Professor.
The Gadget Professor is produced by Don Baine, Multimedia Communications, LLC. If you would like your product reviewed on The Gadget Professor or would like to appear on The Gadget Professor, contact us via email at thegadgetprofessor@gmail.com. The opinions expressed on the program by the host, guests, call-in listeners, or chatters are solely the opinions of the original source who expressed them. And thank you for watching The Gadget Professor.